Archangel Michael says, you are not ready for what is about to be revealed. Someone has been whispering your name in a hidden place, where light meets silence and divine energy flows freely. This name of yours, spoken without your knowledge, has been unlocking powerful doors in realms you cannot see. They gathered in a space not meant for public eyes, behind closed curtains, beyond the knowledge of those closest to you. And yet in that room, your name echoed louder than any other. It wasn't gossip, it wasn't slander, it was spiritual invocation. Your name was written in gold ink on a folded parchment, laid at the center of a glowing circle of believers. They didn't tell you. But they prayed as though your soul was clutched in their hands, shaking heaven until it answered. Archangel Michael says the moment you feel warmth in your chest tonight, know this, their devotion triggered it. What they did in secret will become your public miracle. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Each week, they met in that old room, lit only by candles and silence. They didn't need music or loud words. The air moved with a presence that made hearts thump and eyelids flutter closed. And always, your name was the first to be mentioned. It wasn't random, they chose your name for a reason. One of them had a dream, vivid and trembling, where you were standing in water with hands stretched toward the sky. The dream didn't leave them, not even after waking. They wrote your name down the next morning, not knowing why, just knowing it mattered. Then the rest followed, each one adding their voice to the circle, until a vibration formed that pierced even the stillest heavens. Something sacred was born from it. Something the spiritual realm couldn't ignore anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 191. A woman in the group wears a shawl soaked in sacred oil. Every time she wrapped it around herself, she whispered your name into it 3 times. She believes you are spiritually linked to an ancient vow she made to protect someone innocent. Another man, older with trembling fingers, clutches a crystal each time your name is spoken. His prayers shake not from fear, but from the power of divine memory. He says he once saw your spirit in a different body, long ago, on a battlefield of faith. No one has dared tell you any of this, until now. Because something is shifting. Heaven has marked the date for your transformation. Archangel Michael says, the miracle you've been begging for didn't come from your own voice. It came from the hidden voices lifting you up in secret. Type Amen to get blessing 842. Their hands touched nothing but the air, but they carried you with them in every prayer. You've been placed in spiritual safekeeping, and you didn't even know it. Your life is about to reflect it in ways that will bring you to your knees. There's a certain woman, young but deeply wise, who cried for you during the last meeting. She felt a pressure in her chest as though your sorrow became her own. Her tears were the final key in unlocking a blessing that has waited in silence. They say miracles come slowly, but this one is rushing to find you. Because your name was never just ink on a page, it was a spark, a signal, a sacred sound that awakened divine movement. You weren't forgotten. You were being held in place for the exact hour you would rise. Type Amen to get blessing 616. The circle has now completed 7 meetings, each one stronger than the last. In the 7th, something supernatural happened. A candle, untouched by human hand, flared so high it nearly touched the ceiling. They took that as the final sign. It was time to release what had been built. All the energy, all the tears, all the whispered pleas, they funneled it toward your name. One woman saw a vision of a gate swinging open. Behind it was you, dressed in radiant light, stepping into a life far greater than the one you're living now. That vision is being sent into your real timeline. You will live it. You will step into it. Because the blessing has already been loosed from heaven. Type Amen to get blessing 505. They never prayed for your money or for your success. They prayed for your soul, for your clarity, for your protection. And in doing so, they have brought divine compensation to your doorstep. Your enemies don't know this. They think you're weak. But what they don't realize is that your strength was multiplied in silence, where God's whisper is louder than any scream. A man who wronged you once is now under heavy conviction. He doesn't know why his hands feel heavy, why his nights are restless. But it's because your name is in the air, being lifted above curses and into blessings. Everything is turning. The prayers are now bearing fruit. You will see it manifest within days. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Archangel Michael says there are sacred contracts being revised in your favor. Some documents that once excluded your name are now being rewritten by invisible hands. The signatures of heaven are more powerful than the ink of man. You will start receiving news that surprises even the most logical people around you. Unexpected messages, calls, even visits that don't make sense until you remember this one truth: your name was prayed over with purity. You're walking into rooms that your resume didn't qualify you for. You're being loved by people who didn't even know you yesterday. But the circle knew, and their prayers went ahead to prepare the soil. This was not magic. It was the mathematics of heaven. Pure faith multiplied by hidden love. Type Amen to get bless. Blessing 444. A child in the group once drew your face without ever meeting you. She said, "This person is going to be happy soon." Her innocence sealed it. That moment, your miracle was carved into the calendar of the divine. They spoke your name even on days when they were tired. Even when they had problems of their own. They lifted you up because they believed in your restoration more than your reputation. You may have felt forgotten, but the energy swirling around your name proves otherwise. A higher force is repositioning you, one unseen by those who judged you prematurely. You've been carried on the backs of angels disguised as humans. Type Amen to get blessing 122. A hidden light is about to pour into your life. The things you once lost, once wept over, once believed were destroyed, they are circling back with divine precision. The restoration will look so complete, you'll forget the pain. People who once turned their backs on you will feel unsettled by your elevation. They will wonder what changed. But you will know it wasn't a what, it was a who. Your miracle has a heartbeat. It is alive and approaching. The echo of your name still rings through that prayer circle even when the room is empty. Because spiritual energy never dies, it waits. It waits for the moment you are ready. Type Amen to get blessing 393. You don't need to prove anything anymore. Your name has already passed through the fire of unseen intercession. What's coming now is proof of the power of being loved in silence. They don't need applause. They don't want credit. They only asked one thing, that when the blessing arrives, you walk into it boldly, without shame or hesitation. A financial gift is on its way, linked directly to the seventh meeting. Your hands will touch something soon that feels too good to be true. But believe it, because it was built with the currency of selfless prayer. Archangel Michael says, you were chosen even when you felt forgotten. Type Amen to get blessing 818. That soft ringing in your ear lately? That tingling in your palms? It is not a coincidence. Your body is sensing the change before your mind can understand it. Something has been waiting to find you, and it was delayed only so the foundation could be strong. It was never denial. It was divine preparation. Now the veil has lifted. The mystery has ended. You will see faces you haven't seen in years, and one of them is the reason your name was lifted. That person has protected your name like sacred gold. Type Amen to get blessing 200. You will not need to fight for your breakthrough, it will come willingly. Because it was spoken over in faith by those who believed without needing anything in return. You may feel overwhelmed at first, but don't pull away. The miracle comes with peace, not pressure. And when you sit in it, you'll know you were carried here by something bigger than yourself. This story is still unfolding, and your part is only beginning. Remember this moment, because the next 72 hours will confirm everything. And you'll finally understand, your name was never ordinary. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Archangel Michael says, what was hidden from you is now being unveiled for a divine reason. You were never alone in this journey, even in the days you felt abandoned and hollow. There were voices, soft but fierce, holding space for you in sacred silence. There is a reason you've been feeling sudden bursts of emotion lately. Waves of peace, flashes of gratitude, moments of tears that you didn't understand, they were all connected. Those emotions are echoes of prayers that were still active around your energy field. You were being rebuilt spiritually while sleeping. They whispered your name as if guarding a temple. Their devotion, unknown to you, shielded you from curses that were sent but never landed. Every time they prayed, it was as if they were sewing back the pieces of your destiny that others tried to rip apart. Type Amen to get blessing 101. They prayed for your safety when no one else thought you were in danger. And because of their discernment, you were protected from spiritual bullets that would have shattered you. You might not remember being saved, but the scars you don't have are their proof. One of them, a woman with a quiet soul and tired eyes, even fasted for you. Not because she owed you anything, but because she saw something in her spirit, something sacred hovering above your life. She saw your future and couldn't let it die. This act was recorded in the realm where no deed goes unnoticed. You are now stepping into a divine season of reward. What they sowed, you will now harvest. It will feel like miracles are chasing you, because they are. Type Amen to get blessing 388. Your name has been transformed into a vibration of power. Every time it's spoken now, the spiritual realm responds with alignment. The delay is over. The silence is breaking. The blessing is not far. There was one meeting in particular. Just last week, when thunder struck during their prayer. None of them flinched. They knew it was a divine sign that your breakthrough had been stamped by heaven. This thunder wasn't weather, it was confirmation. Your name was sealed in light. It cannot be erased by man or demon. Even those who once worked against you are starting to feel powerless. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The miracle tied to your name is already touching others near you. You'll begin to see their attitudes shift. People who once ignored you will suddenly feel pulled toward you without explanation. They will be confused, but you will not. Because now you know, the air around your life is different. Charged. Sacred. Protected. It's not charm, it's divine favor. It's not luck, it's intercession. You are walking under a covering built by pure souls with nothing to gain but your peace. Some may envy this, but they won't be able to stop it. Type Amen to get blessing 114. One of the men in the group had a vision of you. You standing in a marketplace, surrounded by gold light. As you moved, the light followed. Wherever you walked, doors swung open. That vision is becoming your new life. You're going to walk into unexpected abundance. You'll receive blessings that weren't even on your wish list. This is not just about prayer, it's about divine justice. Your name was spoken with love, and love always returns multiplied. You're about to see what it looks like when the universe repays love in full. Even your enemies will have to admit something higher is moving in your favor. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You are now entering the season that was prophesied behind your back. Yes, without your knowledge. That group, those souls, they believed when you couldn't. And heaven heard them. The vibration they created became a spiritual bridge between you and your destiny. You were walking toward it, even when you felt lost. You never lost time. It was all divine alignment. Every tear, every quiet moment of despair. It was matched by a prayer you didn't hear. And now you're going to see how prayer moves mountains you didn't even know were blocking you. A spiritual wind is about to lift you higher than you thought possible. Type Amen to get blessing 232. The miracle will not just come in one form. It will come in waves, peace, then favor, then restoration, then wealth. Yes, even the financial chains are breaking. Because your name was spoken with intention. Someone even placed your name in the center of a salt circle, surrounded by petals. They called it a ring of remembrance. And now the energy from that circle is rising to the surface of your reality. Soon, you'll start to feel it physically, lighter body, clearer thoughts, unexpected ease in things that once drained you. That's how you'll know, the gate has been opened. And you didn't need to knock. Someone else knocked for you. Type Amen to get blessing 309. Don't be surprised when people come to apologize. Some of them have had dreams warning them to fix things with you. Others will be drawn back into your life not by guilt, but by divine instruction. Your name is now too powerful to be played with. It is wrapped in spiritual light. Those who disrespect it will feel unsettled until they honor it. Some may even cry in front of you. Let them. Their tears are part of the healing. You are becoming someone whose presence convicts and blesses at the same time. Because you were held up by a group who believed you deserved healing. Type Amen to get blessing 595. There's a particular woman, she carries an old locket with your name folded inside it. No one knows she has it. But every morning, she places it over her heart and prays a prayer of divine revelation for you. You are starting to receive the knowledge she requested for you. Old secrets. Family truth. Hidden opportunities. Everything that was once veiled is becoming clear. You will no longer live in fog. Your clarity is your new weapon. And your joy will no longer temporary, it will become your resting state. They didn't just pray for your survival, they prayed for your complete restoration. Type Amen to get blessing 411. One day, you will meet one of them. And when you do, you'll feel an instant warmth, a magnetic peace. You may not know why. But your soul will recognize them. They won't want thanks. They'll simply smile and say, "We knew you would make it." And you will. You are no longer walking in delay. You're in divine acceleration. The energy surrounding your name is now pulsing with heavenly power. Everything you thought was lost is being magnetically pulled back to you. Type Amen to get blessing 250. Your name, spoken with purity, held with devotion, has become a sacred symbol in the divine record. There is a scroll in the heavens, and your name was written on it in a meeting of divine authority. It is done. You are marked. And the mark brings miracles. They may come fast, one after another. Or they may come silently, but deeply. Either way, they are coming. You don't need to chase them. They are already on their way, drawn by the force of a hidden prayer group that never stopped believing in you. Type Amen to get blessing 818. Archangel Michael says, "The heavens are opening over your life, not because of anything you did wrong or right, but because love moved in your favor. Unseen hands did the spiritual labor, and now you are being delivered into a season of unexplainable favor. Your name was used not for harm, but for hope, and now the reward is chasing you." The sacred vibration of your name passed through places even angels whispered about. What began in the stillness of a secret room has now become a storm of light breaking every chain. You are not the same person anymore, your soul has already been touched by the blessing that is arriving. In realms beyond this one, your name is now surrounded by light. It cannot be erased. It cannot be cursed. It is held up like a banner announcing, "This one has been prayed for, this one is chosen." This blessing is not just restoration, it is overflow. Type Amen to get blessing 939. You'll begin to feel people react differently around you. Some with awe, some with confusion, some with envy. That's because the energy around your name is no longer what it used to be. You are now walking with the momentum of multiple miracles. Things that should take years will now take days. Delays are disappearing because intercession went ahead of you and cleared the road. Even nature will respond. Birds may sing louder when you pass. Winds will feel softer. Light will linger longer in rooms you enter. That is how divinely infused your name has become. It's already begun, you're simply catching up to what has been prepared for you. Type Amen to get blessing 723. Someone in that circle used to know you in childhood. They saw you once, lonely, confused, full of light but surrounded by shadows. That image never left them. It haunted their sleep until they began praying. Praying for your peace. They did not reach out physically. They didn't want recognition. But what they did spiritually became a tidal wave that now approaches your shoreline. Prepare for dreams that make you weep and wake up smiling. Prepare for ideas that seem to drop from the sky. These are answers to petitions you didn't know were being made on your behalf. Because love never leaves a soul abandoned. Type Amen to get blessing 404. There are even divine contracts being drawn up now. Contracts of promotion. Contracts of relocation. Contracts of spiritual release. And your name is at the top of each one. When these documents are sent into your physical life, you will remember this message. You will see something with your name printed on it and feel a heat in your chest. That's your confirmation. Every time you doubted yourself, every time you felt like giving up, heaven took note. And the people who carried you in prayer asked for those days to be rewritten with joy. You're about to see how heaven rewrites stories. Type Amen to get blessing 166. The woman with the shawl, the man with the crystal, the child who dreamed of you, they've all gone quiet now. Their job is done. They've sent the energy. Now it's time for it to bloom in your life. Do not fear this change. It may feel intense, but it is gentle underneath. You will not be overwhelmed, you will be lifted. Some people in your life will not understand what's happening to you. Let them go. You are moving into sacred territory, and not all are allowed to follow. What once made you feel small will no longer fit in your energy field. Type Amen to get blessing 775. Your intuition is about to sharpen. You'll hear things in conversations that weren't said. You'll feel energy before people speak. This is a side effect of being spiritually recalibrated through prayer. This spiritual tuning is a gift. Don't fight it. You'll now notice who is for you and who only acted like it. Because the prayer circle didn't just bring blessings, they removed spiritual fog. You're going to see clearly now. Truth will be loud. Lies will sting. And you'll be safe from manipulation. You've been cloaked in divine clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 555. There's a special gift attached to your name that hasn't even reached you yet. It is traveling from one hand to another, wrapped in paper and prayer. You will receive it soon, and when you do, you'll feel it vibrate in your hands. It may be money, a message, a letter, or even an object you forgot existed. But it carries divine energy. And it will unlock something so specific, you'll know it came from the hands of someone praying for you. The moment you open it, light will enter your life in a way that never fades again. You are about to meet the physical evidence of invisible devotion. And you will not forget how it made you feel. Type Amen to get blessing 600. One of the final acts of the circle involved speaking your name aloud 7 times. Each time, they poured oil into a bowl. On the last time, the oil overflowed, without anyone touching it. That moment was recorded in heaven as the divine confirmation. Since that day, angels have been on assignment. Your name has been placed into their rhythm, and now everything you touch will carry spiritual fire. Your name is now a code that opens divine doors. Speak it with honor. Write it with power. Wear it with pride. You are no longer hidden. You are now spiritually revealed. Type Amen to get blessing 373. From this point forward, your journey will feel different. There will be an ease that others do not understand. Things that once felt hard will now come together smoothly. This is the reward for being loved in secret. The harvest of being chosen when you weren't even aware. And the honor of carrying a name that is now wrapped in glory. You are not being elevated for show, you are being elevated to heal others. Your light will awaken those still in the dark. And your testimony will carry the scent of miracles. What you touch now will be blessed. What you speak will be charged. Type Amen to get blessing 123. When you walk into the next space of your life, pause and take a breath. Remember this message. Close your eyes and whisper your name with reverence. Because it is no longer ordinary. That name was cradled by those who knew your soul before your story even unfolded. And now, it is your turn to live the life they believed in for you. This is not an accident. This is not fantasy. This is divine orchestration, and it's been waiting for you to be ready. And now, you are. Type Amen to get blessing 911.